There is no doubt about it. Babe Ruth was one of the best baseball players of all time. His career stats outstanding. Over 182 WAR, 2,800 plus hits, 714 home runs. But it was his 1927 season that stands out as one of the most remarkable in his career as a New York Yankee. In 1927, Ruth would score 158 runs, 192 hits, 60 home runs, including his 60th home run ball, as you see here. And of course, he had great teammates, but most of us were not around at that time to see Ruth in action. How would he do in the 2023 environment on whichever team that he may play for? Well, you're going to find out. We are going to colorize Babe Ruth. We are going to put him in 2023 because of OOTP 24. We can do that. Yes, Babe Ruth is stuck in the Matrix. He is going to play in the 2023 environment amongst some of the best players of today. 2023, Babe Ruth, welcome. We will find out if he can compare to Ohtani, Harper, Trout. Yes, Babe is up for the task. And if you enjoy this series and you want to play OOTP 24, download the game, use code LAPTOPPOUND24 and save 10% on your purchase. And watch the remainder of the series live on Twitch, where you can participate in the contest predicting how Ruth will do with each of the teams that he will play on. It is time. Let's get Babe in the Matrix. I hope you enjoyed the series. All right, let's go in and play the first game, as we always do. Babe Ruth in the Matrix in Toronto, on the road in St. Louis. All right, on the road in St. Louis. Except, you know what? We're not going to play this first game. We're going to play until Dave Stieb pitches his first game. All right, let's go. Finish today. Bassett is pitching. There we go. Might as well have both of them in the game. Show you guys what Stieb can do against the Kansas City Royals. So let's put a prediction up here. Will Babe Ruth hit a home run in his first game here against Kansas City? So will he hit a home run in this game that we're showing? Bo Bichette will be leading off. Dalton Varsho hitting second. Vlad Guerrero Jr. third. Babe Ruth will be hitting in the cleanup. Kirk and Springer hitting fifth and sixth. Danny Jensen will catch for Dave Stieb behind the plate. Matt Chapman at third base. And Santiago Espinal will be the second baseman. It will not be Biggio. It will not be Biggio. He gets the Royals. That's just how the schedule works. He gets Bobby Witt Jr. What are you talking about? Bobby Witt Jr.'s on the team. Salvador Perez is on the team. Boy, you guys. All right. The timer is going. We've got the people going with yes. A lot of you are going with yes. Bo Bichette will lead things off. And he strikes out. See, we're playing Kansas City. Brady Singer, all-star. Varsho is going to drive that one into right field. That is going to be caught for out number 2. And Vlad Guerrero Jr. is at the plate. He drives that one into foul territory. And that's the end of the first. Dave Stieb on the mound. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at that movement. They did not do him well with his sinker or slider, though. Come on. It should be blue. All right, let's watch Dave Stieb's first inning here. Bobby Witt Jr. Look at that. What finesse by the pitcher. One away. Michael Massey. Easy ground ball. I swear if he gets to the ninth inning with 2 outs and a no-hitter and loses it, OOTP, you really know your game. Salvador Perez, come on, break up the no-hitter right away. Fly ball into center field, and that will be out. Look at that. How dare you knock Dave Stieb? All right, the predictions are in. We've got 44% with 55,000 biscuits saying yes, and we have 56% and 72,000 biscuits saying no. Here's the first shot. Babe Ruth, Brady Singer. Here comes the pitch, 1-1, and Ruth rounds out to short, but the first baseman is mesmerized at Babe Ruth running towards him and drops the ball. Babe with a leadoff error. All right, let's go to the next inning. We're gonna watch Dave until he gives up a hit. Like, not that one. 4 in a row for Dave Stieb. Eat your words, chat. Reyes at the plate. He drives that one. That one is going to go to the Kauffman Stadium wall. And Reyes, that's the kind of guy I would expect to get a hit. All right, let's see if he can hold the fort. A fly ball, foul territory caught by the third baseman. And Olivares, can he drive in the run? That one goes over Matt Chapman's head. Runner rounds third, coming home, and Reyes is safe. 1-0 for the Royals. See, I told you, Lap. He stinks. Yeah, I know. I know you guys are thinking that. Ground ball at the third. Chapman fires it over in time or not in time? Not in time. Uh-oh. Stieb, runners on first and third. Nicky Lopez, the number 9 hitter. Walks. Dave, come on, man. You're in the spotlight here. I promise success with you. Don't let me down. Bobby Witt Jr. And that one goes into center field. George Springer grabs that one, and see, no threat there. No threat at all. All right, let's go half an inning. All right, Babe will be up at the top of the inning. So let's go to the top of the inning. 1-0 Royals. Vlad Guerrero Jr. to lead things off. Drives that one and caught by the left fielder. All right, Babe's at bat number 2. Reached on an error in the second inning. Brady Singer, 4 Ks on the day, no walks. Babe drives that one down the first base line. It is a hit. Goes to the wall. Babe chugging, gets to second base easily with a double. Okay, no home run yet for Babe. Dave, 1-1 game, top of the 5th inning. Who do we have up? Chapman? Are we going to get to Babe? We might, because Springer probably is getting tired. Let's play this inning out. Chapman, hustle. Man, you run slow. Matt, what kind of speed do you have, Matt? Yeah, okay. I get it. Spinalla at the plate. Going to drive that one in, and what an outstanding catch by the center fielder, Isbal. Bo Bichette, top of the order, back up. He strikes out. Okay, Dave Stieb on the mound, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Let's go to the top of the 6th. 2-1 Royals now. Varsho at the plate. Singer still in the game. Strikeout. That's strikeout number 7. Who is this guy? 7 Ks on the day so far. Vlad Guerrero Jr. looking to tie this game up, and he flies out to left field. Here's the man of the hour, Babe Ruth. 1 for 1 on the day with an error. Do they count that as 1 for 2 if you get on with an error? Or is it still 1 for 1? It's probably 1 for 2, right? Babe Ruth, 1-0 count. And he pounds that one deep into left field. And those of you that bet yes on the Hound Biscuits, good morning, good afternoon, goodbye. A Babe Ruth solo jack helping out Dave Stieb tie the game up. So let's pay out all you yesers. And in case you missed it, Singer, Ruth, gone. Into the jackfruit warm-up bullpen. It's number 72, slim, svelte Babe Ruth trots off the game-tying home run. Congratulations, yeses. All right, let's go to the top of 7. KC scores 4. Total of 4. Was Dave still in the game? Yes. Solo jack to Oliveris, and then a couple singles, scores the second run, so it is 4-2. Steve is still in the game, I think, right? Let's go to the box score. Yep. Still in. Okay. Let's get this back for him, boys. Top of 7. Nothing. Bottom of 7. Steve gets out of it. Chapman on now, and Chapman will face Guerrero, Ruth, and Springer. Wild Chapman gives up a walk. All right, Guerrero is on. Babe Ruth at the plate. Does he have another home run in him? 3-0 count, and Chapman walks Babe Ruth. Probably wise. And the Blue Jays have something going. 2 on, nobody out for George Springer. Springer, lazy fly ball into right field. Will not advance the runners. And then Kirk. Kirk is up. 50 power. He drives that one into the glove of the right fielder. Guerrero advances to third. We have runners on first and third. This is a must-scoring situation. They must get a run here. Now Scott Barlow into the game. Danny Jansen at the plate. Dave Stieb is out of the game, so he is in line for the loss. Come on, boys. Tie it up. Take the lead. Danny Jansen, Scott Barlow, 2-2 count. Fire it over to first base. Not in time. 2-1 count. Jansen grounds out. Kansas City gets the out. No runs, even though they had the first 2 runners on. What a shame. Let's go to the top of 9. Chapman, Espinal, and Bichette. Inside for ball 4. Runner on. 5-2 game for the Royals. Bunt. Hit. There we go. We have a single, runners again on first and second. Tying run at the plate in the form of Bichette. Barlow is into the yellow, the very light green. He's got a few pitches left in him. Bichette drives the ball to first. What a pickup by the first baseman. Back to first for the double play. What a wasted opportunity there. Varsho needs to get on. That will give us a chance at Vlad getting the at-bat. He will not do it, and the Kansas City Royals will take the featured game 5-2, and we'll be back right after this break. Poor Dave. Poor Dave. Back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we are back in the Matrix. We have just finished off the month of April, and let's take a quick peek at how things are going for Babe, for Dave, for your predictions. The Toronto Blue Jays currently are in first place in the AL East, 16-12 in their division, and it's close. So we got all the teams within 3 games, including the Boston Red Sox, are only 2.5 games back. Hottest team in baseball right now is the 23-5 San Francisco Giants. Yeah, you heard me, Ezra. San Francisco 23-5 after the month of April. Amazing. Bo Bichette is slightly injured, but Babe Ruth is not. Babe Ruth has 10 home runs, ladies and gentlemen, on pace for 58. All you that predicted 60 or more, I said it was a hitter's park. He's proving it true so far. Let's take a look at his game log. Multiple home runs against Kansas City, against the Yankees, and both of those were on the road. So 4 home runs on the road. At home, yeah, he's chipped in for a little bit. He's been on kind of a home run-less streak, 5 games in a row without a home run. Let's check out how Dave's doing. How many wins? I'm going to predict 2. No, 3. He's got 2 wins and 1 loss. So since we streamed his game, he's gone 2-0. Got a 3.62 ERA, 19 strikeouts, 12 walks. He's been moved to the number 5 position in the rotation. Barrios is 3-0. Bassett 3-2. And Manoah 1-2. All right, so he's still in the rotation. So Babe Ruth, 10 home runs in April. Let's go ahead to the end of May. And you can see the stats on the left-hand side. Renfroe leading the league in home runs. Man, the AL is ripping it up. Kyle Schwarber in the NL has 18 home runs. Babe Ruth leading in WAR. Babe Ruth now is second in the league in home runs behind Aaron Judge. Schwarber went cold. Blue Jays, 32-24, 4-game lead over the Orioles, the Yankees, the Red Sox. The Giants are the first team to hit 40 wins. Best team in baseball right now, 40-17 for those Giants. Let's take a look at the league leaders. MVP coming Babe's way, I think. Second in home runs to Aaron Judge. Fourth in slugging percentage. Second in on base and slugging. Third in batter WAR. And only one picture of Babe Ruth, and that's isolated power. He only leads one category. Joey Gallo leading in strikeouts with 80 for Joey. Arenado leading in WAR with 3.6. And in terms of our early pitching leaders, our WAR leader is Garrett Cole. Our strikeout leader is Javier. And our save leader is Josh Hader, who will win reliever of the year. He always does in these sims. It's always Josh Hader. All right, we are going to sim up to the All-Star break. And let's see if one or both of these gentlemen can make it to the All-Star game. All-Star game. There we go. While we're doing that, we're going to take that off screen and we're going to jump over to some other news and notes. In real baseball, what's been going on? What kind of transactions? What are your teams doing? As of yesterday, we got 2 new managers. The New York Mets have hired Carlos Mendoza, and the Cubs have hired Craig Counsell as their manager. Blue Jays naming DeMarlo Hale as an associate manager. Bobby Crosby, there's a name from the past. Bobby Crosby is the first base coach for the Athletics. Dan Hubbs becomes their bullpen coach, and Mike Aldretti, their hitting coach. It makes sense. Have a hitter as your hitting coach. Roman Hernandez will be a major league coach and interpreter. And the Houston Astros, so 3 managers hired the same day. Joe Espada is the new coach of the Houston Astros. What else? Tucker Davidson agrees to terms on a 1-year contract with Baltimore. Ron Washington named the manager of the Angels. And Carlos Febles is the new third base coach because their third base coach retired. So Carlos Febles steps in. Sox hire Matt Wise as a pitching coach and Drew Butera as the catching coach. A's will exercise their 2025 club option on manager Mark Kotsay. Rockies claim Jalen Beeks off waivers from Tampa. And the Rangers reinstate Jacob deGrom and Brett Martin from the 60-day DL. Escobar and Loop have elected free agency. They will not, at least for now, be back with the Angels. And and then it goes much further back in that. I'm just looking for any Blue Jays stuff. They exercised their 2-year club option on Chad Green. Speaking of Canadian baseball, the Montreal Expos and their official, unofficial Twitter site. Yes, UP is still considering dating Taylor Swift. Watch out, tight end from Kansas City, Travis Kelce. Oh, there's a. No, it's not Cavacom, Dragon. It's not Cava. It is, who is this guy? Bill Lee, the spaceman. Bill Lee, the spaceman. So Heath Dog, if you're in the chat, big Bill Lee fan, had a theme team around Bill Lee. There we see a picture from him from, does it give the date on here? No. And wow, look at that young guy. Look how young Vlad Guerrero. He's probably younger here than Vlad Guerrero Jr. is right now. The truth according to Vladimir. August 2000, 23 years ago, Baseball Weekly. And speaking of red-headed expos, you can't get much redder than this. Le Grand Orange with Le Grand Orange. Again, I consider Youppi the second most influential mascot in baseball history. Number 2 in my books. I need to get a little Youppi doll. GT Sundown, hook me up with a place I can get a Youppi ball. Youppi doll. I wonder if Funko Pop has MLB mascots. Need to get a Youppi. And yeah, Rusty Staub, he was probably one of the 10 most popular players in Expo history. Rusty. What a great guy. What a personable guy. And oh, we've got another Shohei Ohtani sighting in Montreal. Breaking. Free agent Shohei Ohtani spotted at Montreal's Schwartz Deli. Sources say the MVP is considered signing with the Expos in an effort to become the sport's first three-way superstar, adding smoking, dry-cured brisket to his pitching and hitting duties. So the Ohtani tour continues. One day, Expo fans, they will be back. All right, turn up the volume, crank it up. It is time for this day in Dave Stieb history.
Decade plus.
It's the last inning. Our guys are winning. Dave's put down a smoker, a strike, and you got no doubt. What do you want?
Dave Stieb.
Let's play ball.
Okay. Blue Jays. Let's play ball.
We're talking about right-hander Dave Stieb. Dave Stieb. Dave Stieb. Stieb.
No-hitter for Dave Stieb.
Hey, he got a no-hitter, guys. Come on. Not every pitcher gets a no-hitter. You can't have complete hate on Dave Stieb. Well, let's go down a little bit because, in all honesty, we have to give some love to the San Jose Sharks. Pop Stangoria, every chance I can give you some love for San Jose based on the team they have, got to give you some. So if you've ever been to a San Jose hockey game, their mascot is the Shark, and they've got the tunnel with the shark head here that the players come out of before every game. So here we have the San Jose Sports Hall of Fame class of 2023 next to the shark mouth. So yes, on November the 8th, Dave Stieb looks a lot different, doesn't have that mustache, got a little grayer, still looking pretty good for his age. I believe he must be he was drafted in 78, I think, or 79. So he's probably 23, 30. He's probably in his 70s, I'm guessing. So looking pretty good. And yeah, November the 8th, he was elected into the Hall of Fame in San Jose. And again, for all you haters, even though these stats may not have existed back then, 1985, second in WAR, second in WAA, first in RE 24, first in ERA plus, first in ERA, second in innings or third in innings pitched. There's his slash line, first, sixth, and first in OPS. And he finishes seventh, tied for seventh in Cy Young voting. So there definitely was not a lot of love for Dave Stieb. Maybe it was because of his, aggressiveness or appeared aggressiveness on the field. He wasn't the best guy to deal with the media a lot of times. He got into it with his managers, especially Jimmy Williams. But he was a competitive, fiery guy. And to finish seventh with numbers like that, even the biggest Dave Stieb haters have to agree that just wasn't right. Again, they go on the win-loss record a lot of times, and the top three guys had 17 or more wins. Stieb was just over 500. So there's that. What else do we have? Let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can get this to play.
In 1983, Dave won 17 games for the second straight season, while ranking third in the league in ERA and strikeouts. Opposing batters could only wince at his formidable slider.
The best pitcher of the 1980s spent the 1970s as an outfielder. Dave Stieb never once took the mound at San Jose's Oak Grove High School, never once eased into the windup at San Jose City College. Destiny finally made a call to the bullpen when Stieb was a college junior.
He wasn't a pitcher, he was an outfielder. He had been pitching for Southern Illinois, and he came in and relieved in the ninth inning and struck out the side. And people from the Blue Jays were there scouting other people, and they said, we got to sign him as a pitcher.
The Blue Jays drafted Stieb in the 5th round in 1978. By 1979, he was in the majors. By 1980, he was an all-star.
He was the type of pitcher that would go to the mound on every given day with a chance to do something dramatic.
Dave Stieb blossomed into the greatest pitcher in Toronto history. Over the course of his career, he took the team from struggling franchise to World Series champs.
He was the face of the Blue Jays. I mean, anywhere you went in Toronto, he was big.
A pitching coach showed him the slider grip in practice. It's safe to say he got the hang of it.
In the 15 years I played in the big leagues, probably the best slider, the nastiest slider that I saw. You knew that you were going to see it every at bat, but trying to square it up was the most difficult part.
And the slider, it looks like a fastball, and then it just wakes down into away from right-handed hitters. It's a sharp breaking ball.
He and I used to argue all the time about throwing more fastballs, but his slider was so good, and it was nearly unhittable all the time, so I can understand why he liked to throw it a lot. He was just so dominant that it looked like he was playing with kids.
All right. Well, we won't play the whole clip there, but that is the clip they played at the baseball induction into the San Jose Hall of Fame. So if you want to check out more of the Dave Stieb video there is the Twitter site where I go to every week for Dave Stieb. Again, just a guy I like to check up on. So today in Dave Stieb history, that's the guy that probably Dave Stieb's biggest fan, And Dave Stieb even pitched in the Summit Series, or not the Summit Series, but the series, the North American versus Japan, when the Japan tour went on, and was part of the game. There was a no-hitter, I guess, in that in the last game against Japan. Yeah, combined Chuck Finley, Randy Johnson, no-hitter in the Japan All-Star Series. Yeah, would have been fun. Would have Sabo, Gruber, Barfield, Sosha, Olson, Griffey Sr., Alomar, Dunston. And again, the Japanese All-Stars, you see them on the left-hand side. So congratulations to Dave Stieb on his induction into the San Jose Hall of Fame. He joins Eckersley, Finley, Stewart. Or no, he doesn't join those guys. They're talking about him finishing 5th when Bob Welsh won it in 1990. So Dave Stieb comes back after injuries and throws a no-hitter in 1990 and gets 2 first place, or gets 2 votes, finishing 5th in the Cy Young conversation. Bob Welsh wins for Oakland, and that was controversial too. Many people thought Roger Clemens. I mean, look at Roger Clemens had a 10.4 WAR. Welsh had a 2.9 WAR. But again, they reward on wins back then, and Welsh had 27 wins with Oakland. Even apparently the Oakland media was arguing against Bob Welsh winning and thinking that Roger Clemens should have won. So yes, a couple times maybe robbed of that win. And even Jesse Barfield, who is on Twitter, greatness. Dave was the best pitcher I ever played with, hands down. Look at these. If you're as old as I am, you remember days like this when, baseball players looked a lot different. Just the 1970s and 80s look. I can't pick many people out here. I don't recognize a lot of them, but, they got the player with the afro at the back. I think this is Tony Fernandez right here. I think that looks like a young Tony Fernandez. I don't know which one Dave is, if he's even on the bench here. Yeah, those were the days. Boomer Wells, you remember Canados Boomer Wells? Brian Milner. Yeah, so congratulations not only to Dave Stieb, but to the class that he was voted in with, Patrick Marleau, and who are the other two? We gotta read out the names of the other two. Where I know they did list them all somewhere. Even got some plaques. There's Dave giving his speech. Nice little plaque. Blue Jay hat. Whew. Glad they didn't put the Chicago White Sox cap on him. So yeah, he joins other Bay pitchers, David Righetti and Mark Langston. So those are the 3 major league pitchers that are in the San Jose Hall of Fame. There we go. He joins Laurie Fair, Patrick Marleau, and Chris Wondolowski. Football player and 2 football players. All right. Congratulations. All right. We're getting back to Babe in the Matrix. We'll be back after this break. We'll finish off the series. We'll award our prizes, and we'll see how the bounty's going. Be back in 2 minutes' time. Did you sell it or are you playing it? I don't even know if he fits on your theme teams. Do any of the cards? Are you using any of the cards on your teams? Because it's been a few days now. You have a little bit of a sample size on how they're doing. Here we are at the All-Star game. Let's find out if Babe Ruth made the starting lineup. He did not. In the outfield, it's Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, and Alvarez. Starting pitcher, Paul Blackburn. Now, How? 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 Paul Blackburn is 3-8 with a 3.24 ERA, and he's the starting pitcher of the All-Star game. Even Dave Stieb's better than that. All right, does Ruth get in? Ruth does get in as a reserve player, and pitching wise, no Dave Stieb. All right, so let's see how he makes out in the All-Star game. Of course, he's not starting, so let's go ahead to the 7th inning. Let's take a look at the box score. AL, Babe Ruth was a pinch hitter for Mike Trout, 2 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI, and no runs, so it was not a home run. All right, so Babe Ruth looks like he's currently in the game. Yes, he is. AL is down 2-1. So let's go to the bottom of 7. Babe won't bat this inning. Let's go to the bottom of 8. 5-2 for the AL. So Babe Ruth did get another at bat. What did he do? Looks like he might have walked. Walk for Babe. Go to the top of 9. 6-2 for the AL now. Let's find out what's going on here. 6-2. Let's go to the game log. So on the bottom of the 7th, Babe Ruth walked in the bottom of the 7th, and then he did not get up. Nick Gordon hit a home run to give the AL a 6-2 lead. So it comes down to the top of the 9th. Munoz up against Jordan Walker. St. Louis's Walker. Can they stage a comeback? 1 away. I like that stadium. Where is that? Lone Depot. Lone Depot. Where is Lone Depot, folks? Miami? Oh, yeah, it's at Miami. There it is. There's the scoreboard. 2 away. Looks like a pretty nice ballpark to watch a game. And that one is out of here. Top deck? No. Right over the home run mark to boot. 6-3 game. 2 outs. Can they close it out? Looks like it. Over to first. And Babe Ruth and the AL will win the All-Star game 6-3. Player of the game is Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon comes in as a pinch hitter. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and a home run. He got the 8th inning home run. All right, let's play to the end of July. Then we'll take a look at Babe's stats. One time he was projected to hit 58 home runs. Carlos Rodon, Tyler Wells are your ERA leaders so far. Jacob deGrom has 15 wins to lead the league. Aaron Judge leads the league in WAR. Babe Ruth is second, 5.5. Joey Gallo has made the home run leaderboard. All right, Babe. Toronto. First, let's look at the standings. Toronto, a 4.5 game lead on the Yankees. So they're sitting pretty in the AL. Best record in baseball now is the San Diego Padres, Atlanta Braves, and Minnesota Twins. Minnesota with 71 wins. Wow, they've gone 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a streak. Worst team in baseball right now in the AL, the Boston Red Sox. And in the NL, the Colorado Rockies. Boston, Colorado. It's a shame. So Babe looks like he is probably going to make the playoffs. No guarantees. Let's take a look at his stats, though. He has the hot streak going here. He currently has 31 home runs, projected to hit 47. 111 RBIs, 162 hits, and 5.5 WAR. 107 hits, 31 home runs, 73 RBIs, projected to hit those other numbers. And look at this. I think it's a career high. 13 stolen bases in Toronto. Only a 289 average, which is pretty low for the Babe. All right, what do you think for wins for Dave Stieb? I'm going to go end of July. I'm going to go 6. What do you think? How many wins does Dave Stieb have at the end of July? Or is he even in the rotation anymore? You either love the Red Sox or hate the Red Sox. Let's just say I don't love the Red Sox. Dave Stieb coming in with 8 wins. 8-6 record. 4.55 ERA. 83 strikeouts. And a 95 ERA plus. Where does that put him? Where are the pitching stats? There they are. Adam Clymer, Kikuchi, Swanson, Garcia, Bassett. So Dave is in kind of the middle of the pack for ERA plus. FIP-wise, Stieb is third. Third in FIP. Alex Manoah. Alex Manoah has hit 19 batters. Oh, that's got to lead the league. Is that even a category? Hit batters. Come on, we got to have a hit batters category. No? Sortable stats? Pitching stats? Hit batters? Yeah. Way to go, Blue Jays. Alex, you have an anger issue. 19 hit batters. Corbin Burns is second and third with 13. Alex Wood with 13. 215 strikeouts for Cole. He's probably going to win the Cy Young, 13-6. And Sam Moll, that FIP of 12.75. Yeah. ERA plus, I guess the first guy that's pitched any significant games would be Diekman, 5.14 ERA plus. Man, under a 1 ERA, 21 innings pitched. KJP, because he's the greatest. That's why he has an over 500 record. With that profile, he's dropped down to a 1.5 star player, but he's a team player. He said, I will be your number 5 pitcher. Yeah, that's why. And he hasn't hit 19 batters. He's only hit 8. Not as many anger issues. There you go. Dave Stieb. He has given up a lot of home runs, though. Yeah. Probably because that stuff is so low. All right, time to go to the end of August, and then we'll slow play it a little bit, as Babe is probably going to be between the high 40s, low 50s for home runs. The Yankees have overtaken the Blue Jays. Nope, Blue Jays have taken it back and forth. Yankees, Jays. Texas Rangers, big lead in the West. Minnesota Twins have almost clinched the Central. And the Cardinals, Padres, and Braves are easily handling the National League. All right, Dave Stieb. went 2-2 in August. He is 10-8. Thank you very much. He is consistent. 1 home run, 1 home run, 1, 1, 1. Given up a few walks. ERA is over 5, but it's not about the ERA. It's about the wins. Tied for second on the team with wins behind Chris Bassett. He's better than Kevin Gaussman. Better ERA, better win rate. Just plain better. All right. Babe Ruth still has the hot streak. 42 home runs. Okay, he had a really good August. He's back up to projected to hit 51 now. Let's see who he went off on. 2 home run game against Baltimore. Otherwise, just a lot of singles. So Babe Ruth, 42 home runs, 92 RBIs, 148 hits, 316 average. So he's picking the pace up, and a 7.8 WAR. I said 8.3. I thought he'd get an 8.3 WAR. It's going to be pretty close. Probably even higher. Standings with just over a month to go. Blue Jays have a 1-game lead over New York. In terms of the wild card, even if New York overtakes them, they're pretty locked in. They'd have to go on a big losing streak. It's Toronto. It's been done before. Nothing's clinched yet. Minnesota, 16-game lead over the White Sox, who probably will get a wild card. And the Rangers, 5.5 lead over the Angels. Braves, 13 games up. Cardinals, 10 games up. And the Padres, 7.5 games up. But the Giants and the Mets looking pretty good for a wild card. Even Cincinnati in the wild card chase. Look at the overall stats. We see a few Babe Ruth pitchers. So again, MVP is looking pretty good. Leading OBP, OPS, leading WAR, leading runs scored, OPS plus, win probability, and WOBA. Third in home runs behind Alvarez, and Aaron Judge running away with RBIs, with the home runs. It's going to be Ruth or Judge for MVP. And I'm kind of leaning right now towards Judge. What is Judge's average? 301. Yeah, it's going to be close. All right, let's go ahead a couple weeks. You can do that on this game. Pick a specified date. Let's go to the 16th. And again, when you play the franchise, it sims a lot quicker than it has in previous versions. So I remember back like OOTP 15, 16, simming seemed to take forever. Toronto Blue Jays are still 1 game up on the Yankees, and the Boston Red Sox are officially eliminated. Get out the golf clubs, boys. It's time to book your tee time, as the Red Sox have been eliminated, as well as the Athletics, the Royals, Tigers, Guardians, Marlins, Nationals, Rockies, all gone. Pittsburgh, 27.5 games back, but they're still in it, folks. Okay, halfway through the month. Babe Ruth still has the fire symbol, still on a hot streak. That's good news for you home run people. 48 home runs, projected to get 53. He needs 2 more for the people 50 to 59 to probably claim victory. 104 RBIs, 168 hits, 9 WAR. Dave, how you doing? Dave has been moved to the bullpen. How dare you, Toronto? You did Ichiro dirty doing this in September when he was with Seattle. You put Ichiro on the bench and you didn't win the World Series. Now you take Dave Stieb out of the rotation, 10-9 pitcher. Wow, his movement really dropped. His stuff went up a little bit, and he's a one-star pitcher now. It's because you didn't want him to beat Gaussman, isn't it? You said, we can't have Dave with more wins than Kevin. So that poor managerial decision, like you often do. By the way, Jose Barrios, 12-6. Wow, good season for Jose. Dr. D is in the house. Good to see you, Dr. D. We should be, within a half hour, we should be finished up here. We're not going too long today. And we are on the verge of finding out if Babe Ruth can get those people that predicted 50 to 59 home runs. We're on the verge to see if he can do that. He's at 48 right now. So we're going to play one more week here. And then we're going to go up to the 21st. Because once he breaks 50, I don't think he's going to get to 60. So Babe Ruth has 49. Uh-oh. Those of you that predicted 40 to 49, you better hope, he suffers an injury pretty quick here. And Dave Stieb still in the bullpen after being moved out of the rotation, still with a 10-9 record. Toronto Blue Jays, their schedule, Yankees, Tampa, Yankees, Tampa. 10 games, can Babe Ruth hit one home run? And if he hits one, can he hit 10 more? We will find out after our last break. Stay tuned. We will finish off the series in 2 minutes' time. Back. We're ready. We're ready to take on our day. You've got the lap for a couple hours. You got Dr. D coming up for a while. And then you've got TJ Lauerman at 9 p.m. plus some PBE Sim baseball. The playoffs, I believe, are going tonight. We've got the commish going tonight as well at 7 p.m. Eastern. You've got more OOTP than you can handle today, folks. And tomorrow, Wednesday, EVC's back on at noon with Guess the Set content. Dr. D will be back after that. AZ Axel should be back on around 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Tesuiji, I believe, is coming up at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. So nonstop OOTP. And then, of course, Thursday, we've got the new release at 10 a.m. my time, noon Eastern. And then we have the Hawk Report with Charles back from his tour of America. But let's finish off this Babe series. All right, he needs one more home run. And of course, like I like to do, tease you guys a little bit. We're going to go one day at a time until he hits his 50th. If he does, Game 1 against the Yankees, Babe Ruth gets his 50th. He's not wasting any time. Congratulations, Babe. In New York, you hit number 50. How fitting that number 50. And again, you're in a playoff race with New York. Currently, you are one game up. Every game against the Yankees counts. So Babe Ruth is playing his A game. Next game, 3-0 loss to Tampa. We need home runs, 7-4 against Tampa, and Babe Ruth hits his 51st. 60 is not out of the question yet. Game 2 against Tampa. And it's a 3-2 victory. No home run for Babe Ruth. And the Toronto Blue Jays have clinched at least a playoff position, one game up on the New York Yankees with 6 to play. Next up, going back home to play the Yankees for a 3-game set, pivotal 3-game set. The Yankees will tie the division now, lead with the Toronto. Babe Ruth hits his 52nd home run, still hitting them out of the park. Game 2 against the Yankees, and this time in 11 innings, a 5-4 victory. Babe Ruth hits number 53. And the Toronto Blue Jays, one game up with 4 to play. They win this game, I think they're going to win the division. Game of the season right now. And thank you, Jacob BBBBBBP, for meeting my follower goal as we end off the season here. 1,300, lucky 1,300, Jacob. Go buy yourself a sticker that says 1,300 because you are the 1,300 follower. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here as Babe Ruth looks to take Toronto to a World Series victory. They win 4-3. Babe Ruth does not get a home run, so he's still at 53 with 3 games to go. Toronto has a magic number of 2. And Minnesota and San Diego and Atlanta over 100 wins. All right. 3-game set against Tampa Bay. Game 1. They have clinched, I believe. They have clinched 5-3 over Tampa. Chapman with 2 home runs, nothing for Babe on the home run. And is it official? It is. The Toronto Blue Jays have clinched the AL East and looks like they will get a bye. It looks like the Texas Rangers are going to have to play the wild card. Last game of September against Tampa Bay. Babe needs 7 home runs. Not going to happen. It is a 6-2 victory. Babe Ruth does not hit a home run. Last game of the year at home, Tampa Bay. It is an 8-7 victory. So Toronto finishes the season with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 in a row that they're able to win. And in this last game, Babe, no one hits a home run. Babe goes, he's a pinch hitter. They're saving him for the playoffs. He only gets 1 at bat. And Dave Stieb starts the game. Going 4 1/3 inning, does not take the win, and will finish the season. Oh, they're going with a 3-man rotation. Look at this. The Blue Jays are managing Berrios, Kikuchi, and Dave Stieb has left the team. No. Where is he? Where's Dave? He must still be on the team. Did I just not scroll? What, did you have an appointment to go to San Jose or something? He pitched in the last game. There's no trades. He just walked off the team. Amazing. Maybe he retired. All right, we got to do a search now. I'm curious. OOTP, what did you do with Dave Stieb? No, they still got him on the Toronto Blue Jays. He's exhausted, yes, for carrying the team into the playoffs. 10-9 record, above 500. But maybe it's just, I don't know. For some reason, they don't have him on their team. That is weird. I've never seen that before. They show him on Toronto, but they don't have him on the roster. Organization, 28-man roster, and he's not on here. He has left the matrix, folks. You are right. Oh, there he is. Designated for assignment. Toronto, I hate you. I hate you. You make the playoffs and you designate Dave Stieb for assignment. Mr. Audit, Rob Deere have taken over control of this team. I swear, they've hacked into my computer. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Babe, I hope you get a ring, but I don't care anymore. They did Dave wrong. All right, let's go to the playoffs. Here is your playoff tree. White Sox, Yankees, Angels, Rangers, Reds, Giants, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, the Padres, Braves, Jays, and Twins all get a bye. Let's go to the next round. And then we'll put up a little Hound Biscuit wager when we get to the final four. Well, Hero Driver and D Dempsey, my Jays are taking on your Rangers. They do not have Rogan Odor, and we do not have Felix Jose Bautista. Giants, Padres, Diamondbacks, Braves. Look at the synchronicity. AASSTTMN. Closest we're going to get. Okay, come on. Jays, don't blow this. You have the home field advantage. John Gray against Kevin Gaussman in game 1. Jays win 4-2. Game 2. Heaney against Bassett. Texas. In the 13th inning, they score a run in the top of the 13th, and the Blue Jays blow a 2-0 lead late in the game, and it's a 1-1 series. Yeah, today is much more positive towards Montreal, that's for sure. All right, we go to Texas for game 3. Alex Manoah, who, by the way, if you missed it, Alex Manoah hit 25 batters this season. 25 hit batters with a 50 control. Anger issues. Manoah DeGrom. I don't like this matchup. I do not like it. It goes to Toronto, 5-3. Manoah goes 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and he hits one guy. He hits Justin Foscue. Way to go, Alex. Way to continue your hit by pitches. Okay, Jays, 2-1. You won a playoff game finally. Do not blow it. Ryu against Perez in game 4. Can they go home back to Toronto tied up? 3-0. Jays Rangers. Perez, outstanding game, 7 hits. He records the win. Howard with the save. Martin Perez was your player of the game. And we are down to an elimination game. Back in Toronto. We can't go out this way. Babe deserves better. We simply can't go out this way. Texas 1-0. Jays tie it up. After 2, the Toronto Blue Jays 4 runs in the second inning. Bichette homers in the first. Guerrero or Ruth with a couple hits. Bichette with a couple hits. 3 RBIs for Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette is carrying this team on his back. After 3, it is still 5-1. Same going into the 5th. Oh, don't do this. No. Texas Rangers score 3 runs. 2 off a home run by Corey Seager. Corey Seager, I didn't think you were that good. 5-4 going to the 6th. I'm worried. Nate Pearson's in the game. Bottom of 6. Come on. Jays get a run. Solo shot by Danny Jansen. It is a 6-4 game as we head to 7. They escape the 7th. Top of 8. Still 6-4. Jays batting in the 8th. And we head to the 9th. Ricky Tiedemann, future legend, on the mound, looking to close this out, and 1 away with the strikeout. Robbie Grossman, the number 9 hitter for the Rangers. Weak grounder. He might beat that out. He will. An infield hit for Grossman, and the tying run in the form of Bubba Thompson for the Texas Rangers. Gets away. Runner cannot advance. Great stop by Danny Jansen. Strikeout number 2. Let's go. 1 out away from the Blue Jays advancing to the conference finals. Mitch Garver, 60 power pinch hitting for the Texas Rangers. Ricky Tiedemann, 3 strikeouts. Can he finish it off? One is going into the glove of the left fielder, and your Toronto Blue Jays. Your Dave Stieb Toronto Blue Jays. Actually, this reminds me of 1992 when Stieb was injured. He wasn't on the roster. He sat in the bench and watched the Jays win the World Series. So maybe we have a little bit of synchronicity there. Bo Bichette, your player of the game, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs, and Toronto will advance. Let's get the final 4. There we go. Twins, Blue Jays, Braves, Giants. The matchups. The Twins went 4-2 against the Jays during the season. They had 104 wins, 10 more wins than the Blue Jays. And the Braves had 12 more wins than the Giants. However, the Giants won the season series 5-1. So we got to do our prediction here. Who will win the World Series? Will it be the Dodgers? Go to the playoff tree so we can see them all there. Will it be the Dodgers? Oh, no, the Dodgers aren't even in it. It will not be the Dodgers. Don't bet on the Dodgers. Giants. That's the Braves. Got the Twins. And we've got the Jays. Babe Ruth, for the 3rd time in this series, has made the Final 4. He made it with San Diego, and I think he made it with Seattle. Giants, Braves, Twins, Jays. 1 minute prediction is up. Who is going to take it? Are you going to go with the favorite Braves? Are you going to go with the Twins? Or are you going to go with an underdog? Giants or Blue Jays? Place your bets, your virtual bets. I am not a financial advisor. Put those bets in. Who is going to win the World Series? You got about 40 seconds left. All right, almost time. We're going to go and see if he wins the MVP. And again, congratulations to Sean Sull for winning the bounty today. And one more contest. Enter exclamation ticket into the draw. We're going to do a random giveaway for 5 packs. We'll do that after we announce our Babe winner. So you saw it pop up in the chat there, exclamation ticket, exclamation enter for your chance at 5 standard packs. All right, predictions are in. What do we got? 9% going with the Giants, 19% with the Twins, 22% with the Jays. And who was it? Who was it that put 10 pound biscuits on the Braves? You're in for a big win if the Braves win the World Series. You're going to win like 10,000 Hound Biscuits. One person bet 10 on the Braves. Come on, admit it. All right, let's finish this off. Game 1 against Minnesota. Bassett, 2 Chris's. Chris versus Chris, and Chris wins. Actually, Enriquez wins. Minnesota wins game 1, 7-3. Game 2, Manoah versus Joe Ryan. Minnesota wins that 6-5. But the question is, how many batters did Manoah hit? Very good. No hit batters for Manoah in that game. He gave up 5 runs. All right, Minnesota up 2-0 as we head back to Toronto for 3. Lopez against Gaussman. Let's go Jays. Minnesota wins again 6-5. And this could be it. It could be a sweep for Minnesota. Is Dave Stieb on the roster again? No, he is not. Shame on you, Toronto. Shame on you. Game 3, game 4. This could be it. Ober against Ryu. Not looking good for Toronto. And it is over. Minnesota was just too much for Toronto to handle. Your player of the series is Carlos Correa. And Babe, once again, does not win a World Series. One chance left. He will head to Washington next week. Yeah, I know. He will head to Washington and play with the Washington Nationals, who this week finished at 67-95. But you know what? This is probably going to be the time he does it. Okay, let's finish off the playoffs here. In the other series, we have a 3-2 Giants lead. So let's see if the Giants can finish it off. They do. So 4 of you bet on the Giants, and 1 of you bet on the Twins. An unlikely World Series this week. All right, let's see who takes this. Game 1 goes to the Twins. 2-0 Twins. The Twins are a team of destiny, it looks like, as the Giants claw back to tie it up. We go to game 5. Paddock versus Webb. and the Giants win 3-2. Can you believe it? The San Francisco Giants score 2 in the bottom of the ninth to walk it off. This guy hits the game-winning home run. Game 5 to give the Giants a 3-2 series lead. The underdog losing, what have they lost? They lost 12 more games during the season than Minnesota. They had a 1-2 record against Minnesota in the interleague game. They head back to Minnesota. Alex Wood going up against Joe Ryan. And that is it. That is it. Ezra, enjoy your holiday, because for the first time in this series, the San Francisco Giants are World Series Matrix champions. Conforto is your MVP of the playoffs of the World Series. Congratulations. Ezra, you better take a picture of this, because it doesn't happen often. San Fran, World Series champs. And San Fran was the most popular choice in the poll. So let's reward those Giants predictors. Pound biscuits have been paid off. All right, our last task is to go find out the award winners. Did Babe win MVP? I think every team has won the World Series except for any team Babe has not been on, has been on. Washington. Ooh. Next week, Washington. But he is going to have a special guest by an expo. And my good friend GT Sundown, you have a week to think about it. Who will play on the Matrix team with Babe next week? Which you have to pick an expo player, though. You can't pick Bryce Harper. Sorry. Or Steven Strasburg. It's got to be someone that played for the Montreal Expos. So think about it. Do some research. We need to give him some help in Washington. It could be a pitcher or a hitter. All right, award time, starting with the National League. Your MVP, Nolan Arenado. There you go. Nolan, 7.4 WAR, 306 average, 557 slugging. First MVP, Blake Snell, second-time winner of the Cy Young, goes 21-6 for the San Diego Padres, and won his only playoff game appearance, 7-0. But of course, they lost out in the division series. Jordan Walker from the St. Louis Cardinals is your Rookie of the Year, 267, 267 average, 104 RBIs, and a nice 4.2 WAR. And your reliever of the year is Alexis Diaz. 7-2 record, 46 saves, well-deserving for the Cincinnati Red. Wow, 7-2. Where did the Reds finish? I know they were close to a wild card. Reds finished, oh, they did get a wild card. Okay. 89-73. They lost out to the Giants. So the Giants beat the Reds, the Padres, the Braves, and the Twins. Man, they ran the gauntlet. They beat all the best teams to win the World Series. This is not a, they squeaked in and beat some lousy teams in the playoffs. They beat all the best. Let's see. They beat Atlanta, 104 wins. San Diego, 107 wins. The Twins with 104 wins. So they beat all the 100-win teams, plus the Reds. All right, back to the awards. We got to check out the NL now, or AL. Babe or Aaron? I think it's going to be Aaron Judge. Nope. Babe Ruth is your MVP of the American League. And well done, Babe. Okay, we'll write those numbers down in just a bit. Jacob deGrom, 3-time winner of the Cy Young, 19-9, 2.92 ERA. Gunnar Henderson, just like in real life, is your AL Rookie of the Year. Sorry, Corbin Carroll, you did not win it for the NL. Only a 259 average and just over, what was it, 6.2 WAR? No, yeah, 287 average and a 6.2 WAR. And surprisingly, we've got Johan Duran with the Minnesota Twins. I guess Noddy had 51 saves. I was thinking that it's usually Josh Hader, but he's in the NL. 51 saves to lead the AL in saves. Way to go. All right, we are on a break here. So before I award the winner, I'm just going to write down Babe Ruth's numbers. Let me just put this on ratings. Did he change in his ratings? No, it looks like his ratings stayed exactly the same. Okay, Babe. Look at all those red numbers at the bottom to lead the league. 53 home runs, 118 RBIs, 142 runs, and 183 hits. He does win the MVP. And Dave Stieb, oh, we got to put his WAR, 9.9 WAR, if it gets that far. And Dave Stieb, we got to find you. You're probably in Buffalo. No, where are you, Dave? We got to find out how many wins you had. Dave Stieb, I believe, had 10 wins, but we'll just double check it. Dave Stieb, who is on no team. He's been released by the Toronto Blue Jays. How fitting. Just like real life. 10 wins. 10 wins for Steve. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Give what you can. Take what you need. Take care of yourself first and foremost, of course, and your family, your friends. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for the follow today, Jacob BBBBBP. And thank you as well for tuning in. It is a great day for baseball. Go play some OOTP. And we're going to go right into the good. Has announced anything today? They have. We have the teaser. EDC is getting his slides ready for tomorrow at noon for Guess the Set contest. Today, there have been some great MVPs, some weird MVPs, and questionable MVPs. We'll take a look at some at noon tomorrow. It is Baseball Reference Series 4 Part 2 Awards. Looking at some MVPs. So it should be pretty easy to narrow down some of your choices for Guess the Set. Thank you guys for tuning in. Babe in the Matrix in Toronto made the conference finals, and Dave got released. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. Rob, Mr. Audit, Sean Saul, who trying a ball. The sun can shine every day. See you next episode.
A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you. I believe what he said to be true. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city, and the sun is shining. Oh, well, isn't it a pity? And every year has its share of tears, but every now and then it's scarlet rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day,